In 1996, approximately 1.37 million abortions were happening in the year in the United States. Daily, there are 3,700 abortions. What is an abortion? Abortion is the surgical removal of a fetus inside a woman's womb. Abortion can be done in many different ways. You can take medicine that will end your pregnancy. You can have the baby surgically removed, or sometimes you have a miscarriage. Medical abortion is when you take a certain pill that goes in and kills the baby. Surgical abortions are the most common. This is when the doctor goes in with a long tube, inserts it into the womb, and sucks out the fetus. A miscarriage can be caused by stress, an accident, or sometimes it just happens. Most causes of abortion are teen pregnancies or unexpected pregnancies. Why do people have abortions? There are many other alternatives that would be better than killing a child. Statistics show that there are 5 categories that contribute to women who are having abortions: age, race, marital status, income, and religion. For age, 52% of women are having abortions under the age of 25. Teenagers consist of about 20% of the 52%. Black people are 3 times as likely to have an abortion as white people, and Hispanics are 2 times as likely to have an abortion as white people. Marital status makes up a huge percentage of abortions. 64.4% of abortions are from women who have never been married. Married women make up 18.4% of abortions. Catholics have the highest percentage for abortion in religion, which is 31.3%. Statistics show that the higher the income, the more percentage women have abortions. The sad part is that so many women go through this at a young age when they do not understand exactly what they are doing. Why do women have abortions? The most likely cause for a woman to have an abortion is because the child is inconvenient or unwanted. This accounts for 93% of abortions. Surprisingly, only 1% is because of rape or incest. The last cause to why women have abortions is health problems, which is 6%. When one looks at these statistics, they try to justify what they are doing. If the woman does not want the child, she will say, well, what would be the difference if I was sick and I had to abort the baby to save myself? Another big reason why women have abortions is because they do not have help to raise a child and cannot afford daycare while they are working or going to school. There's another big reason people have abortions. Sometimes they do it because they have discovered that their child is going to have a special need. The truth is, a lot of special need kids are some of the most talented children you will ever meet. There are also many intelligent special needs children. People think that because they have a special need that they cannot do anything. Special needs is not something to kill your baby over. What if your child ends up with cancer when they get older? If you could detect cancer cells in a baby and your child had them, would you kill it? Cancer, along with other sicknesses, are the same as a special need. They are all just speed bumps in the road of life. Or what if your child gets in a car accident one day and dies? Would you take away the 10, 15, 20 years of life that they'd had, just so that you could save yourself from the pain of losing them? Every day, people come up with excuses for the mistakes they make. This is a terrible way to live life. Excuses are a lack of self-responsibility. Those who are not responsible enough to handle the truth make up excuses. There are many different ways that you can still have the baby, and you do not have to raise it. In some cases, the girl has a family member that will volunteer to take care of them. Another way is adoption. There are so many couples in the world that are unable to have children, but would make amazing parents. Adoption is the best way to go because what you think is a mistake will be someone else's blessing. A lot of teen girls who have abortions struggle with their decision daily. Some cry every day and mourn over the loss of what they could have had. Sometimes the mother and even the father look to taking their own lives because they regret taking their child's life. Another alternative to abortion is to not get pregnant when you know you cannot handle it. The sad thing is that a lot of teenagers feel pressured into having sex because they think that everyone else is doing it. Another thing to think about is if you're going to have people help take care of your baby. One of the biggest fears of having a child is if you are going to be able to afford it. The truth is, either way you are going to spend the money. You are going to either pay for a doctor to kill your baby, or you're going to pay for your baby to have a life and maybe do something incredible. It is extremely difficult to look at the rate of abortion and think of all the things that those children could have done. There are so many ways to prevent pregnancies that lead to abortion, There are so many ways to prevent pregnancies that lead to abortion. People need to think before they act. Most people who have abortions tend to regret it later on in life. When something as serious as a life is in your hands, you have to think about the after effects, not just a year from now, but 20 years from now. When you have another child and you are reminded daily of the life that you took away from what you considered a mistake. Abortion is murdering a child that never got the chance to see the smile on another person's face, or never got to feel the sun hit their face. They will never get the opportunity to use their gifts or talents to be something incredible, because the ones that conceived them thought that they were a mistake, or that they could not handle it. Think about it. Your child could be president someday, or an extraordinary athlete. Your child could be someone who would have made a difference in the world, but you took that away from them because you made the decision to end their life when they were just entering the world. You've had all these years to live your life, to do the things that you wanted to do. This child is now never going to experience those things because of some irresponsible parents or some no-good rapist. Think about your child. If they were going to get pregnant, would you want them to take the easy road out, or would you rather them work harder because they did not mean for it to happen? As a parent, you will always want to help your child, but there comes a time when your child must face the consequences by themselves, with the support behind them. A parent cannot make every decision for their child, or their child will never learn to take care of things by themselves. Abortion is a scary thing, especially for the girl. Sometimes the best thing is not always the easiest. Everyone knows that raising a child is a difficult thing to do. It is even more difficult when you're a teenager or a single parent. Now it is time to make a decision, pro-life or pro-choice.